Now, if you're a woman and you want to talk to a man, you probably had this feeling before that he doesn't really listen. He's not really listening. He's not hearing what you're saying. You're talking a lot, but nothing's coming through. It's because you're not communicating properly. Girls come to me every day and they say, I'm a fantastic communicator and my partner's a bad communicator. Effective communication means that whoever you're talking to understands what you're saying. They're comprehending what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you say. It only matters what the other person hears. That's it. So you might be saying all the right things, but if they only hear all the wrong things, you're not communicating properly. So how do you communicate in a way that a guy hears you and wants to do what you want, basically? Let's use some examples. Say you want a guy to buy you some flowers. Simple, fairly straightforward. How do you get him to buy you flowers? He's not just gonna have the thought in his head. He may, but he's not a mind reader. You're gonna have to say something. The key is you need to be indirect. Being indirect is feminine, but also specific so you get what you want. Now, this is an example of an indirect, specific sentence. I would love if you bought me some flowers this weekend. That would make me feel so special. 3 parts of the sentence. Now, here's an example of an indirect, unspecific sentence. I would love it if you did something nice for me this weekend. That would make me feel so special. A guy's gonna go, what does that mean? You're not gonna get anything. So being really vague with guys does not work. You have to be specific, but you have to be indirect so it doesn't feel like you're being bossy. Here's an example of being specific and direct. You should buy me some flowers this weekend. You don't buy me flowers. You must not love me very much. Negative, so negative. It's got to be positive in connotation. Feminine energy is joyous and positive. So you have to be positive because remember, you want him to hear you, but also you want him to want to do it. Well, you can whack a guy with a bamboo stick until he does what you want, but it's not going to be a very effective method. So you're better off communicating in a way so he hears you and wants to do it. I would love if you took me on a date this Friday. That would make me feel so special. I would love if you took the garbage out. That would be so helpful to me. If you say it like that while using physical touch, be aware, if you're a woman and you're in your feminine energy and you use physical touch, the chance of him hearing you goes up dramatically. So if you're communicating as a woman, use physical touch. It's such a powerful weapon. So use physical touch, do the 3 parts to the sentence, and what you want, it goes up dramatically. The chance of him hearing you goes up dramatically. If you're vague, talk too long, and you're just waffling on, you're not really saying anything, who would listen to you? I'm not gonna listen. You gotta be specific, but also indirect, so you don't sound bossy. If a pretty girl says that with a pretty face using physical touch, any guy will be like, yeah, that sounds incredible. Yeah, I'd love to take you on a date this weekend. And he also feels like it's his idea. It's not really, but he feels like it is. So it's really a win-win situation. Some women say to me, well, shouldn't he just know? If your attitude is, shouldn't they just know, your life is gonna suck. Because it's just a negative mindset and it's bitter and cynical and your life is gonna be really miserable because you have a bad mindset. You gotta get rid of that mindset. You gotta have a positive type mindset and realize you can get everything you want and have a very happy partner, and you can be really happy too, but you gotta get out of your own way. Let me know if you need help. Book a call if you need me.